Hi team, welcome back. I'm Dave and I live in Lofoten in Arctic Norway, and today we're going to be diving into a phenomenon that truly defines this region: polar night. Now, yesterday was supposed to mark the end of a month-long darkness. The sun was expected to rise again for the first time since the beginning of December. However, nature had other plans. Heavy clouds were on the horizon, obscuring the sunrise. And as if that wasn't enough, the weather forecast for the next week or so is filled with rain, sleet, snow, thick clouds. The Arctic has its own way of keeping us on our toes. But what exactly is polar night? Well, it's a natural phenomenon that occurs in the polar regions when the sun remains below the horizon for an extended period. Here in the Arctic Circle, depending on where you are, that can mean no sunlight for weeks or even months. Speaking of which, let's talk about the Arctic Circle. The Arctic Circle is an imaginary line that marks the southernmost point where the sun doesn't rise during the winter solstice and doesn't set during the summer solstice. That's the definition of the Arctic Circle. It's at 66 degrees north. The Lofoten Islands, where I am right now, are well within this magical circle. The Arctic Circle, like I said, is 66 degrees and 33 minutes north, and I'm just above 68 degrees where I am right now. Now, experiencing the polar night isn't just a matter of dealing with the absence of sunlight. It also has a profound impact on people's mental well-being. Living in perpetual darkness, dark outside right now and it's 3 p.m. Living in perpetual darkness can be challenging. It affects our circadian rhythms, our sleep pattern, our overall mood, even our health. A lot of people take vitamin D to be able to supplement the nutrients that the sun can't provide because the sun is absent. The people of the Arctic have developed unique coping mechanisms over the centuries. Many embrace the winter wonderland that the polar night creates. Pristine snow-covered landscapes, the ethereal northern lights dancing across the sky, and those mesmerizing cotton candy skies that appear. It's like living in a dream. And it's possible to go on about life, but it isn't quite life as normal. I like to go out and look for wildlife, like the moose that live here. I take guests to visit the reindeer, and we maximize on all the available light during polar night. The benefits of polar night are numerous. It transforms the Arctic into a playground for winter enthusiasts. From skiing and snowboarding to ice fishing, dog sledging, snowshoeing, hiking, there's no shortage of activities to keep spirits high. And let's not forget about the awe-inspiring northern lights, a breathtaking display of colors that light up the night sky, adding a magical touch to the Arctic darkness. One of the unique traditions here in the Arctic is the celebration of the return of the sun. When that first ray of light breaks through the darkness, it's a pure moment of joy and relief. Yesterday, the locals were out in the mountains and in the countryside, as was I, hoping to catch a glimpse of the sun as it breached the horizon over here to the south at 174 degrees, but it didn't break through the clouds. There was a thin layer of cloud on the horizon, like a bank of cloud, quite thick, and it didn't get through that. And now we have this terrible weather for a few days, perhaps a week. I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer before we see the sun come back again. So as we navigate through the polar night here in Lofoten, there's beauty, resilience, there's a deep connection to the natural world. Hopefully that was a little bit informative. And I'm going to return to the darkness now, get this video edited and get a load more work done, and hope that we get a break in the clouds for some northern lights at least. Stay tuned for more adventures we explore up in the Arctic. You will meet some of the people that I mentioned, yeah, here we are, due north, my Arctic life. There's more to come, but until then, stay warm, keep exploring. thank you for joining me on this journey, and remember to once in a lifetime as often as you can.